was heading south today, filled with nervous excitement. This trip had special purpose. I was putting the pieces together for the next chapter of my life. Good morning, everyone. I am down here in Orange County, California. Drove down yesterday, stayed at my mom's last night because today's a big day. I get to finally pick up my camper shell. I need to get on the road because there's a lot of traffic in this area. It's rush hour and I need to be there by 9 a.m. So let's hit it. I've been on the road now for a long time, but the feelings I'm experiencing are very similar to how I felt back when it all began almost 6 years ago. It feels really good to be challenging myself in a new way once again. All right, there she is. Beautiful. Finally. Some roof racks on top. We're gonna take a look inside. Beautiful. The brand of this truck camper shell is Century. It's made by a company you've probably heard before called Lear. They are essentially the same shell, however, different branding, and I saved a little bit of money because of that. Good morning from my mom's house. It is the day after I had my truck cap installed, and today I'm picking up my nephew. We're heading over to REI because I got a roof box, a storage box for the top of my truck cap, which will go on the racks for additional storage, and he's gonna help me pick it up and install it. And then after that, I'm going to go camping locally because I need to stay in the area. I have one more thing being shipped to my mom's house. I've had a bunch of stuff be shipped here that's going to help me with more comfortable and organized camping in the truck cap. And one more thing is on the way. So tonight we'll wait it out at a campground. I'll kind of show you some of the things that I got. We'll make some good food and it should be a fun night. But right now it's time to go pick up my nephew. Okay, we got the roof box installed and I completely neglected to film it. It was very straightforward though, pretty easy to do. We just did it right there in the REI parking lot. And one thing that we did come across is the step stool that I bought yesterday is not quite tall enough. It was tall enough for us to get the roof box up there and settled into place. However, it's not going to be tall enough for me to be reaching in and out of to grab items easily. So I'm here at Lowe's to get a new step stool.
People knew her by her will to make it whatever she put her mind to.
All right, made it here to camp. Got out of the city a little bit. It's not too far out of the city, but it's one of my favorite little campgrounds to come to when I'm near home, my hometown, and it is Ronald Casper's Wilderness Park. It's part of the Orange County Parks. There's lots of wildlife here, mountain lions, coyotes, bobcats. I have not seen mountain lions yet, but I have seen the coyotes and the bobcats here. Lots of birds. It's a little bit cloudy. It looks like it could potentially rain, but there is not rain in the forecast, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it does not rain. It is a little bit chilly, believe it or not. And yeah, I'm just excited to be here. I really want to get all this stuff organized, get my truck a little bit more organized. Obviously, I'm not going to have the full-on camp set up because I just got my truck cap. So we're going to make do for tonight and just have a fun first night out here, get the truck a little bit organized, and let's start there. Let's start with getting camp set up. Got all kinds of stuff for the truck and for the new setup, which I won't be getting set up right now, but I am going to be getting some things organized. everything that you see from here back is for the new setup. There's lots of fun stuff in here. There are lots of things that'll hopefully make my life easier on the road, especially living out of a much smaller footprint. And I've done a lot of thinking and a lot of planning as to what I need. And yeah, it's gonna be fun to show you everything. There's still a few things I need to do to the truck before I can put it all together, and I'll talk about that in just a little bit. It's been a while since I've even seen this back seat. It's been covered. You might remember I put these faux leather seat covers on. I'm really glad I did, because with all that stuff back here, definitely got dirty. It's looking so much better. There's a ton of room back here. I mean, there's a ton. It's a big truck. You guys are getting a little bit of a behind the scenes of putting this all together. It has been a lot of work, a lot of thought, some sleepless nights. I just want to make sure that I'm pretty dialed in, especially since I will be leaving the trailer behind for the most part. I want to be as comfortable as possible out there. So I've put a lot of thought into it, and I've come up with some cool things, like I said. I think right now for back here, some of the stuff is going to have to go back here, and that'll probably be the items that I'll be using for the new setup, because I'll want to get to them pretty soon as I'm done with the other last remaining little things before I can get it all set up. So I'll probably put those back here, and then the camping gear I'll just keep in the back of the truck for now, and I'll just move that out when I need to. And I think for the storage box above, that is going to carry all of my backpacking gear, camping gear, hiking gear, tents, and things like that. That's my initial thought process anyway. Unfortunately, there was a mishap driving down here where somewhere along the way I drove through some white paint and it got all over. There's my running boards. It's actually on the side panel here of the door, and it's here in the fender. I have tried scraping it off, so I'm pretty confident it is going to come off of all the plastic and any chrome it's on, and also the paint on the door. But I am going to be very careful about how I remove it. It's not going to come off of this felt here in the wheel well liner very easily, so I might just take a roller with some gray paint and roll over it so it's not as noticeable. I think it happened at a pilot truck stop when I pulled in to go to the restroom. They were doing construction there, and I think maybe in the gutter there was paint mixed in with water, and I didn't see it until I stopped to wash the truck on the way to my mom's house. I was pretty beside myself, to say the least, and there's that back here. But I did see that it was coming off, so it is on both sides as well. This is the worst of the two sides. This is the passenger side. From this angle, you really don't see it too bad if you're stepped back away from it, but I'm gonna spend about half a day getting it all off. It's gonna be quite a bit of a job, but I am willing to do it for sure. Unbelievable. So this is new. This is a down comforter, and I got a duvet cover, and this is going to go in here. What I plan to do, at least in the short term, is to utilize my cot, which I already have. So I'm going to pick that up, and I'm going to Probably put that right here and set it up like a bed. One of the other things that's over in that pile over there is a mattress. And it's kind of a memory foam mattress. It's a little cheaper, but it's going to be better than an air mattress, I think. I want to try to make it as cozy and comfy and as much like a normal bed as possible. I've looked at other types of bed platforms and they're super expensive if they're made as a bed platform for a truck camper, which is kind of crazy. But I have seen similar ones that bed platforms that they sell at like Walmart that could probably work for much, much cheaper. So we'll see how the cot works out first. I'm gonna try not to spend any more money. And hopefully that's gonna work out with the mattress on top and be comfortable enough for sleeping on nightly. Got this nice little pillow. It's not down. It's a down alternative, but it's nice and cushy. This is down, so this will keep me nice and warm. I also have a wool blanket that I'll be adding to the arsenal. And one of the reasons that I can't set everything up right now is because I do have a bed rug. It's up north. I have to go pick it up. And I'm going to be placing that down underneath on the floor. They are so nice. Right now I can't really, my feet are even hurting just being squatted in here on this hard spray and bed liner, and that makes the floor nice and cushy and comfortable. So I'm excited to get that in here. There are a lot of woodpeckers around here and they are going to town. Another reason that I don't want to set everything up yet is because I want to go ahead and put a seal around the tailgate, and that's going to keep a lot of the dirt and the dust from getting back here in the truck bed. And they recommend that if you have the spray and bed liner, that once you apply it, you let it set for about 24 hours with the tailgate down or overnight or something like that. So I don't want to have anything in the back of the truck if I'm going to have the tailgate open overnight. So another reason I can't do it yet as much as I want to. This is something pretty cool that I got. I got these 2 bags, one for each seat. They just clip on and they are an organizational tool for the back of your seat. They have a magnetic top and the inside is lined with plastic. There's a mesh pocket here and it's made by a company called Living in a Bubble. I just happened to see it on my feed. And how I envision utilizing these is this will probably be for my bulky items like my puffy jackets and rain jackets and sweaters and things like that. Super deep. And then the one on the other side, I envision holding my dirty clothes. I picked up this huge awning, which I have not tried yet, but I'm pretty confident it's going to work. That way I can keep the truck back open. If it's raining, I can sit underneath it, cook underneath it, and be a little bit protected from the elements. I'm replacing this license plate frame that came with the truck with this one. I think this one's much better. My plan is to make curtains for these windows in the truck camper shell. In the old truck camper shell, I just put these little Reflectix window coverings together in about 15 minutes, just stapled some Velcro on, Bada bing, bada boom, they were done. And they worked well. They were very functional. However, I don't think that they're gonna fit these windows. Yeah, these windows are definitely bigger. And honestly, I don't wanna use these because I'm gonna be spending a whole lot more time in here. I wanna make it very cozy, very cute, very comfortable, and much more homey than my last truck camper setup. Last truck camper setup was only made for, 1, 2, 3 night trips. This time, I'm gonna be sleeping in it for weeks at a time. So it's gotta be cozy. Hence, I will be making curtains. Tonight I'd be making a picadillo with all the ingredients my mom packed up for me to take on the trip. She had everything on hand and loaded me up, so thank you so much, Mom. Picadillo is a Spanish dish. The name comes from the Spanish verb picar, meaning to mince or chop. The dish commonly features ground beef and tomato sauce with vegetables. I started with ground turkey, added some taco seasoning, some frozen potato cubes, some tomato sauce, and chopped tomatoes with green chilies. And at the very end, I threw some corn kernels on top. My picadillo was good, but it wasn't as good as my mom's. Whatever she does to it, she does it better. I'm in my little camper shell, all snug as a bug in a rug, and just getting excited about making this feel very homey, because right now it really doesn't, but it is still cozy. It was a great opportunity for me this afternoon here at the park to get my truck organized. That's been really kind of on my mind and driving me a bit nuts. So it was nice to have a spot just to pull everything out and just kind of go through everything and decide where I want to put it all. Yeah, I'll be honest, this whole process has been pretty exhausting in more ways than one. It's, I'm making some big changes. I got a new vehicle. That didn't go smoothly. I made a decision to take a home base. That's a big deal, a really big deal. And just thinking of everything that I need to do to get on the road and planning, and it's just been a lot. It's all good stuff though. It's all good, except for the paint. That's not good, the paint on my truck, but I'll get that off, so it's not the end of the world. Anyhow, I'm just gonna go ahead and chill for the rest of the night, watch something on Netflix, and hopefully get a good night's sleep. I will see you all in the morning. Good morning. It was a bit of a chilly night last night with just this down comforter and sleeping on top of an air mattress. I did leave the Mr. Heater Buddy going all night, definitely well ventilated, but I had no choice. I tried turning it off a couple of times and it got super cold, so on it went. Other than that, I did sleep really well. It was pretty quiet. I thought I heard something scurrying around out there, but it got quiet after that. And yeah, I'm gonna get some coffee going here pretty soon. I did sleep with my down puffy on and contemplated putting on some layers of my other clothes for a while there. I do have my sweater on and a base layer, so it was chilly. Definitely not as chilly as up in the mountains, but chilly for down here by the beach. I think it was in the 40s overnight. I did hear from my mom yesterday evening that my package had arrived. So the plan for this morning is just to get some coffee going, get packed up, get over there, grab my package, and head back north. There is ice on my ice chest. I left all this stuff out last night, so it got pretty icy. Really excited. Things are coming together. The biggest hurdle I had was getting this camper shell, so here it is. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get things wrapped up here. I've already got some stuff packed up in the back. I've got some bungee cords. I'm gonna just tie it all down and get it situated and get on over to my mom's house and then hit the road. That is the plan. I hope that you enjoyed coming along with me and seeing a little bit of the behind the scenes of getting my extra gear here to get this rig up and rolling. The time is here to properly turn this thing into an adventure rig. Thank you all so much for joining me. As always, I appreciate you coming along, and I will see you on the next adventure. See you soon, everybody. Bye-bye.